Okay, Jaden and Allison, want to get you your first update video on your two pups, show you what's going on, give you a little bit of an intro into what we've been working on here at the beginning of the training, talk a little bit about some of the evaluation we've done lately with Boone and Shiloh, and kind of talk to you about how we get in this process going. First and foremost, what I can tell you I've got up first here is Boone. He's walking around here in the shop, keeping an eye on everything. And we got some nasty cold weather right now. It's the day of the ice storm, and the place is a mess outside. So we generally try to do a lot of our training here indoors anyway, even when the weather's lousy, because it makes it a lot more of a controlled environment for the dog. It makes it a lot easier for them to focus, not so much for them to be distracted by. So I usually let the dogs have, 5-10 minutes here to explore the shop with me, get used to the area so that they feel comfortable in here. That definitely is not a problem with Boone. What I'm seeing with Boone is very, very confident. He is what I would describe as a classic alpha, meaning he wants to be top dog. He wants to dominate other dogs if he gets the opportunity. He's very confident. He's very bold. These are excellent traits for training because Boone is never going to have to worry about, hey, here, bud, come here, Boone. We're never going to have to worry about hurting his feelings or him being scared or fearful of an environment. He's very confident. This is actually excellent. So what I'm doing with Boone is we're getting started on some leash training. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. And I want to show you what I'm using and explain how it works. So what I have here is a simple flat leash with a clip on the end, and there's this ring that slides across the middle here. And the idea is we're going to use this to clip onto that ring, and this creates what we call a slip lead. The purpose of this slip lead made this way is that as soon as it pulls tight, but the instant there's not pulling on it, it becomes slack. This is very important because this is the major tool that we use to communicate with the dogs to explain to them, are they doing what I want or not doing what I want? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Boone to come over here. Hey, bud. And I go ahead and put the leash on him here. And by the way, this is about an inch wide, and it's a nylon webbing that is coated in plastic rubber, so it makes it very slick, so it slides in and out easily. So the purpose of this is that we want to be able to communicate to the dogs when they are doing something we want or something we don't want. So right now, Boone is being a very good boy. He's doing exactly what I want. He's sitting here and behaving himself, and so I am giving him attention. I am giving him love, and the leash is completely loose. So this communicates to him. He experiences good, positive things. There's no pressure from the leash, and he's getting his ears scratched, which he loves. Right? He likes the ear scratches, don't he? Oh, yes, yes. Yes, you're a good boy. Yeah. So what we want to do is we're going to use the leash to help him understand how we're going to walk politely at heel, how we're going to come when called, and how we're going to sit. So there are 3 commands that we are starting to introduce here: heel, here, and sit. When we introduce these kind of all together, but we never say the words as a command until we already have him doing those things. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to use the leash and let the leash do all the talking. I'm not saying any words to him until he's already doing the command. So we want to pair the action with the command. So, for example, if I give it a little tug here, he comes to me, right, because he feels that stimulus. Good. And if we're sitting still and I lift up, good boy. He understands he needs to put his behind on the ground. Good boy. Now notice I didn't say either the here word and I didn't say sit, but he understood what those commands are because we're communicating with the leash. Right? And I'm going to walk with him at heel here. And the idea with heel is we want him to walk politely by my side without lunging ahead and without pulling behind. We also, it's critical when we are doing this, we are looking at his body language. Dogs communicate through body language, right? So right now, his body is telling me he's attentive. His tail is wagging. That tells me he feels comfortable. His head is up. His shoulders are up. He feels good. Oh, nope, no jumpies. No jumpies. That's a little bit of a challenge right there. That's him challenging me, seeing am I going to make him uh, do what I want. And that's okay. Good boy. So we're not even saying the command of what I want him to do here. We are simply communicating with the leash. This obviously is the heel motion, and we are just walking with the leash and walking politely. Good boy. Now we're going to come right here, and we're going to put our bottom on the ground. Good boy. Good sit. Good sit. Good boy. So the whole purpose of the leash is to be able to control him and communicate the actions. Then we can pair them with the commands. And right now, Boone is doing great. I'm very happy with him. He is, like I said, very confident, very bold, very well socialized, well adapted. Absolutely no problems. Um, he has gotten very good with our routine. So we have several different exercise yards that we can come and go between, as well as going into his own private kennel where he has his own bed and where we can eat and drink. And he's gotten very good at our daily routines, where we come, where we go, where we can see what's going on, how he gets to have free time with the other dogs, and how he has very specific training time with me when we are working on our basic obedience commands. So, all in all, I'm very happy with Boone. I think we're off to a good start. We're 10-ish days, I think, into working on this. And so far, I really like what I see out of him. I think he's going to be just great. Very powerful, very handsome, very well adapted, very confident dog. He's going to be great. And definitely, what we're going to do is we're going to get a really nice foundation built for this dog. And then you guys are going to be able to really take him to a lot of places. He's going to be great. So now I'm going to take his leash off of him. I'm going to say, all done, which means you can go be a dog. So Boone's off to a great start.